Budgets here, and I'm on a journey to ensure a better financial future for myself by budgeting, hybrid cash stuffing, and doing saving challenges. So welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Saturday when you see this, but I'm filming this on Friday. After work, I'm in a weird, strange, hyperactive / I don't know what mood today. So sorry, you're gonna have to deal with that. First off, apologies. I've just been really out of it and not really sort of present on YouTube. I have had videos come out. I have tried to reply to comments, but I've just not watched any videos. We went to see my parents for a week. I took some time off. I went to go see them. I had some scheduled videos. And we drove back that evening. I recorded my week 2 cash stuffing. And then, so that was the Thursday. And then the Friday I woke up with a migraine, which sort of subsided. Or I had, taken enough painkillers that it was fine. I filmed the Christmas video. And then on Saturday it came back, and then Sunday it was pretty grim. So my migraines work where I get a really bad, you can kind of feel it the night before. I wake up with a really bad migraine, and then the day after a migraine you can feel it, but it's not really, really sore. And then usually it subsides. For this one, just has been on and off for several days, and then so I went back to the office on Monday, and I basically from Friday really have just been trying to fight off a migraine. I just don't want it to kick off, basically, because one, I'm driving and I need to be safe to drive, and then 2, my work requires me to be quite interactive with people, and obviously I want to put my best foot forward. So it's been experimenting with a mix of what kind of painkillers. Can I just take paracetamol? Do I need to take 2 paracetamol and ibuprofen? Am I making sure I'm drinking enough water? Am I eating at regular intervals? Do I need to have a second coffee in the middle of middle of the afternoon, which is not ideal because I don't really want to be drinking caffeine past 2 p.m. But the caffeine kind of helps with migraines as well, I find. So yeah, so it's been a great week of trying to do that. So I just massively apologise if I've just not been on watching videos. Are just kind of when you spend all day at work, and I was in the office 3 days this week, so that's 3 days of driving, spending all day with people, doing what I need to do, which means when I get back there's just not enough time to sit and watch videos. It's kind of I have to do the whole evening routine, and then I go to bed, go to sleep, and I have to wake up, do it all again the next day. So that's fun. I hope you're all doing well. It's been such a nice day today. I've been in and out because all my health appointments seem to have been put on the same day. Health things that I'm currently chasing, health things that I've been chasing for a few years, and then it's been changed, and now everything's happening at once, and now they're suggesting different things that it could be, and now I'm okay, which appointment is for which thing, and I need to keep track. Anyway, so fun. Sorry if I seem a little bit out of it, because I'm just, I had blood tests this morning, because I went to go get it at the GP a couple of weeks ago, and they couldn't find my veins. There was just nothing. We tried 3 or 4 times and nothing happened. So I had to go to the hospital to get it done. And that was fun. So I spent this morning drinking so much water, and they got it on the 2nd attempt, and I was so thrilled. I've never been so thrilled. But yeah, I don't really like needles, so that's another fun thing. So when they said they couldn't do it, I had to do it anyway. This is such a rambly video. I'm sorry. It's Friday. It's after work. I've just had all these appointments and work, and I'm just completely out. How is everyone doing? How are you? I hope you all had lovely weeks. I hope you've settled back into your routines if you have been off for Easter break. I hope your cash stuffing, your saving challenges are going well. We're going to be cash stuffing for week 3. We're 4 minutes in, and Eve has finally decided what we're going to do. We're cash stuffing for week 3. So we have £95 to cash stuff today, and this is a mixture of placeholders and actual cash. So let's count it. Let's do the cash first, I think, today. So we've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. So yeah, anything else been going on in your life? Anything fun? I feel like this week started and then it finished, and I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened in between, but this week's gone by so quickly. The fact that it's Friday just is absolutely insane to me. It started to develop a really annoying thing of buying coffee at work, which I really need to get out of, because this week was all about I just need to keep control of my migraine. So I've been buying coffee at work, which is not what I want to do, because obviously it's expensive. I do have the money there for it, but like kind of when you're on the go and you're like, I just need coffee to keep me going, then I did get it. And also when you can kind of feel like a migraine coming on, I'm just like, I just want to chase this and stop it from doing anything crazy. Yeah, other things that happened on Tuesday, I don't have to be until like 2 for like face-to-face stuff. Got in my car, my electric car, hadn't charged the night before, so that was delightful. So I had to wait and charge my car and start work here and go in a bit later for the things that I needed to be in for, so that was fun. Yeah, and then just various things like these appointments today, which were very exciting. I'm not going to go into details about it. I like keeping a sort of private life here, but yeah, I just seem really weird today. I'm just in a really weird space, so we're trying to get through the video. I do hope everyone's doing okay. First off, we're going to do mini challenges. So what I do, for example, with the coffee and anything that I spend that comes out of my money. So me and my partner split our groceries, household and our annual bills. So he sends me money every month for that, and that gets put into the pots, and then I, do the grocery shop or whatever. Anything else, I round it up to the nearest £5. So for example, I spent, I think, whatever I spent on coffee, I rounded the coffee up. It was 3 something, and then I took that 2 or 1 something and rounded it up, and I put that sort of rounded up money into another pot, if that makes sense. And then any side hustle money that is less than £5 I also put into that pot, and then we played some mini challenges with them. Last year we did the penny challenge. This year I want to do something different. I had lots of minis that I wanted to use either from like orders or things that I've made myself, and I thought this was a great way to do that and also show you that you can, like, you don't need a lot of money to save money. You can do it with like pound coins. You can even do it with pennies if you want. I'm using this is play money for this because I don't want to faff around pound coins. I don't like pound coins. I like to work in denominations of 5, 10 and 20. Call me weird or whatever you want to call me, but that's just what it is. So what we do is we roll this dice, whatever it lands on, we put money into that challenge. We have different amounts into the challenge. I think the highest amount we put in is 5. So challenge 6 is Penguin March. So I think this is from Studio Budgets. I'm losing the money. This was a freebie. So I know this says say £5, but each penguin I've assigned is 2. So we're going to put £2 into there today. And because I've been spending money on coffee, it also means I've been able to put a lot of money into this roundup pot. It's kind of like, I call it like my tax for, like, if you've spent money on something, you kind of also need to save money as well. Don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but it makes sense to me. It's a lot of fun, and you start to see the things build. So challenge 5 is this cupcakes from the Housewives budget. So again, each cupcake is 2. So we can only put in £1. What do I want to do with that? Let's roll it and see what it gives us. But yeah, it's been really, really nice weather this week. So one of the health issues that I'm happy to talk about is hay fever. So for years and years and years and years, I'm not gonna do 5 again. Let's do a rainbow roll and not roll and save. You fill my heart with colour. This is a freebie from Rainbow Budgets. For years and years and years, I get I'm allergic to tree pollen. We're pretty convinced. Like, it's very particular this time of year. I suddenly can't breathe properly. Many years ago, we tried to look into it, but we kind of waited. We waited until the school year finished so that I'd have time to do the tests. But by that time, it kind of calms down. So it's basically like I can't take a full breath. It feels like, when you've gone for a run or you've done like a lot of exercise and then you stop and then like a few minutes afterwards, you're still kind of slightly out of breath, but you're not getting completely out of breath. It's that. This year, I also got other hay fever symptoms, so like your stuffy nose, your itchy eyes, all that good stuff. And I was taking like hay fever tablets. So I've been to the doctor's about this many times. They recommended different hay fever tablets, and I always thought placebo effect that actually this was like helping with my breathing problems. Turns out it helps with all the other hay fever symptoms bar the breathing thing. And there was a couple of like days about a month ago where I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm just sat on the sofa like out of breath It's a bit ridiculous. So I contacted GP. She's very good. She brought me in straight away. I've got lots of tests going on. I've done some breathing tests. I did a blood test today because just want to see if there's any allergy kind of markers there, and then hopefully, and I got some more breathing tests going on next week to see if it's asthma. We think I used to have inhalers and they did help, but I think they need to properly. I never got the official diagnosis of asthma, so we're just trying to figure out what's going on there, which is fun. So I'm really keen to get some answers now. I think like before I was like I kind of don't care, but like given recently and just being sat on the sofa, being out of breath, it's not good. So we have £5 left over in personal spending money from last week, which is good. So I'm back to assigning myself £20 in personal spending money a week, and we play savings challenge with it because that's what we do here. Any fun money you give myself always has to save a little bit as well. So this is from Helen at the Housewives Budget. This is part of her advent calendar last year. It's a scratch off challenge. I did find my scratch off too, which is thrilling. So each Monday we scratch off. So we're going to scratch off the 13th of April. I can't believe we're starting the last row of this challenge. £11. We're going to round that up to 15, and I'm going to put 15 into the challenge. That is my plan anyway. So I'd say putting 15 into challenge. That's not the savings challenge finder. But yeah. Also, I'm not using my ring light today. I'm trying to use the natural light. Just to see how it goes. Let me know if you prefer this or you prefer the ring light being on. So yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to understand what's going on. I think like in my 20s I didn't care, and in my I'm about to head into my 30s, which is kind of scary. But I'm just like, I just want answers now. I can't be bothered to deal with this anymore. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. It's all good stuff. Yeah, I just feel like I've got endless things to do. Also, picked up my wedding dress on Saturday. I think this is why all my videos have been really chaotic, because like I filmed them and then something significant happens, and I'm trying to remember what I've done in the past week that's important to tell you. So I picked up my wedding dress. So I bought my wedding dress in August last year. So if you're new here, I'm getting married in the summer this year. I'm not telling you exactly when, privacy reasons. And yeah, I was told the dress is probably going to be in December. I'd pick it up. I felt like it was quite early that I was picking up buying my dress and picking it up. Turns out actually that was a good time for me to buy my dress, because my dress didn't arrive into the shop until last week. So I picked up my dress, I've tried it on, it's absolutely stunning, I'm so excited, but also I'm really short, so a lot of the material is going to have to come off. So now my dress is hanging up outside the laundry door, because we have like a cupboard with our washing machine in, and there is nowhere tall enough to hang it on, because our wardrobe doors are like the slidey doors. There's no like thing to hang it on, and like all the doors we'd use otherwise, we close them a lot. So the bedroom door we close, the kitchen, like living room door we close, and the study door we close. I close it for recording videos, and we also record it if either of us have meetings. So yeah, so it's a bit imposing, but thankfully it's going to the seamstress. So we're putting we're putting £10 into annual bills. So in annual bills we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 510, 520, 540. So yeah, that's very exciting. All this wedding stuff's like kind of kicking off. I just haven't really talked about wedding stuff on here. I don't know. I don't feel like people would find it that interesting, because we're not doing like a really like obscure crazy wedding. It's like a very I wouldn't say boring wedding, but it's taking place in Ireland, which is where my family is from. So I'm very excited about that, because Irish weddings are very different. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. Nothing else. Tests, picking up my wedding dress, forgetting to charge my car, all that good stuff. Sorry for my ranting. This might be just a post-migraine thing. £20 is going into car annuals. I think this is the last. I'm not gonna go on. 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 60, 85. So this is going to be the last month I cashed off this with cash, because my car insurance is due in less than a month, so I need to be looking at my comparison sites. Very, very exciting. And then we'll be restarting the car sinking fund for next year. So that is it for the annuals binder. The next binder we're going to go into is the variable sinking funds binder. So I'm not adjusted this yet for today's spending, but that's okay. So £5 is going to go into health. So health now has 20, 30, 45. What I want to do is keep a buffer of like £50 in health, just in case like there's anything we need to buy, kind of like emergency wise, like it's prescription, but then it's a prescription and then some. Like if we suddenly needed to like replace like all our first aid kit and stuff like that, if we didn't have things in it. That's the idea behind it. Car is getting 5, so car has got 20, 25, 30. Had to pay for parking to pick up my wedding dress. I wasn't going to drag my wedding dress on the bus or walk home with it, and I just thought it would be cheaper to park there myself and pay for parking than to get an Uber. Travel is gonna get 10. So I have spent money on travel today. Normally I'd walk to my appointments, but given that, so like I'd walk to my GP appointment, which is half an hour. I'd walk to the hospital appointment, which is like just under an hour. But the nurse basically said because I'm like walking, I'm sweating and losing water basically. So this time I wanted to make sure that they could find a vein, because my veins look sick, apparently sit quite deep. So I just wanted to make sure they could find a vein, and then I could also, so I wasn't like sweating or anything, which sounds grim. But I also wanted to be able to just drink tons and tons and tons of water. So I like drank like 2 pints of water before I went out, and then like on the bus I had my water as well. It's cheaper than getting a taxi, and actually that bus goes straight to the hospital, so that was pretty good. So I think overall I spent £6 on the bus because I had this second appointment today. I didn't know if like there was 2.5 hours between appointments, but I didn't know if like my blood test was going to take longer, or if I just had to wait. So I kind of left the option to get an Uber if I needed to, but it was fine. I didn't need to. But I ended up having to pay for 2 singles on the bus, which is a little bit more expensive, but it's not the end of the world. So travel has got 20, 30, 40 in it. With travel, I also want to keep a buffer of 50 in it, because there are things like the other week when I thought I'd have an online, like a phone call from my GP about my breathing thing, and then she was like, I need you to come in and let's do some tests here. So I had to take that money out of health, which is what I didn't want to do, even though it was health related. I just want to keep money there just in case we need to do something like that. And I didn't get a bus because there wasn't enough time for when the practice called me to when my appointment was. I think it was like less than 30 minutes and I was not ready. So here's what it is, but that's why I want to do that. Gifts is getting nothing and self-care is getting 5. So self-care has 10, 20, 5, 30. It's not bad. Getting my eyebrows done next week. My eyebrows is like the one thing I keep up with. Like I really like having nice eyebrows, and by eyebrows I mean I just get them like waxed. It's nothing too crazy, but I just feel so good when I have nice eyebrows. So yeah, and other things, I was like, before I remember saying that I wasn't going to wait, I was going to keep up with my haircuts, and now I've just booked a haircut it's now booked for over a year since my last haircut, so that's fun. I just avoid doing it because like I don't like getting like people touching my hair, and I also find it really expensive to get your hair done, and I don't enjoy the process. It looks good afterwards, but I don't enjoy the process, so I'm getting my hair done just before the wedding so that it looks not trash, basically. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back into the Savings Challenge binder, and we're going to go to Fiver Friday. So every Friday we put in £5 into Fiver Friday, and then we have some 2 bonus squares as well. So I'm really sorry, I'm really weird today. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably just post-migraine. It's the end of the week. The week's gone by fast. I've had some health appointments today that have been interesting, and I think I've been quite stressed about them, so I'm quite relieved they're over. Then we're going to assign £5 to the monthly roll and save, which is here. So this is from Rainbow Budgets and Plans, and this was part of the advent calendar she did in December. So I'm not doing this like monthly, this is just I signed £5 and then we'll just keep going through it. So hopefully we will finish this before the end of the year. I have so many challenges from both Helen at the Housewives Budget and Natalie at Rainbow Budgets and Plans that I want to get on and do. So yeah, some of them we're not going to finish at the end of the year, some of them we might finish a bit sooner. But I have so many challenges that I don't need to buy any new challenges for like the next like few years. So orange is 2. So what I do with this one, I sign myself in a certain amount. Usually we roll 2 dice, like two times to see what they are, and then I just cheat because I feel like that works for me. I'm sorry. So we've done 2, so we've got £3 left. And that's what that goes. Okay, orange again. So 2. I'm gonna roll it and see if it will give us a 1, but Sod's Law says it won't. Red. I think red is a 1. Yeah, it's a 1. I'm just loving the fact that it's getting warmer. It's getting sunnier. I don't like the super sun. I don't like it really super sunny all the time, but definitely my mood feels better when it is sunny. So yeah, and it's just the fact it's warm. It's quite nice. Not too warm. Like you can still kind of like play around with like layering clothing and stuff. But it's nice. So spring is here. Right, £5 is going into monthly roll colour and save. And then with the final £10, we are going to put it into my annual savings challenge. So this is a savings challenge I created myself. If you're interested, this is available as a digital download, so the dashboard and then the 12 monthly challenges on my Ko-fi shops. Please go check that out if you are interested. So £10 is going to go into this, and it should save a total of £500. My goal with this is to put it towards either a new phone or a new laptop. I don't want to buy a new phone or a new laptop this year, but my technology is threatening to die on me, which is delightful. But I just want it that if I don't have the money there, it's gonna die, and I don't really want to go into debt for it. So hopefully we can make some things last to the end of the year. Ideally, it's gonna last till the end of next year. I don't particularly want to do anything new. I'm really assessing my computing setup at home, and I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet. But I need my own laptop to do my work, so there is that. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. That is it. Thank you so much for getting to the end of the video. I'm sorry I've been in a slightly erratic mood in this video. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just Friday, post migraine and post health appointments that I've been worried about for ages. So yeah. Thank you for all your support. I promise I will be better and watch your videos. I think migraine, touch wood, is now clear. It was just a bit of a weird one, but yeah. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of your week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video for cash stuffing week 4 of April. Bye.